We are live.
Yay. Oh, that's awesome.
Welcome to Joanne Moore. I'm Lakshmi Sirois, and we're going to talk to you about, with you, we're going to talk about this breath and meditation summit that's coming up tomorrow, Monday, March 14th through 18th. So, Joanne, please tell us about this great summit you put together.
Oh, you know what? It was part of a plan that I was part of a group that I was in there. We had this little plan, and had to come up with an idea. And I thought, you know what? One of the things that's helped me remain calm for the last few years, because I had an allergic reaction to some medication. I went off on panic attacks, anxiety attacks, stress attacks, and everything. So I thought there's got to be a way, with everybody dealing with all the stress of the last couple of years, there's got to be a way to do this. And when I talk to people about stress and meditation, or meditation, pardon me, Sunday afternoon, we shouldn't, the brain isn't doing what it's supposed to. Anyway, when I talk to people about breathing and meditation, there we go, I got it. They tend to think of these sessions where you have to sit for hours on end and sit on a pillow in an Om position and do this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, no, there's other ways of doing this. There's walking meditations, there's moving meditations. Your breathing can be done in the spur of the moment, and it can be done in 1 to 3 minutes. So there's got to be a way to present this to people. So this is where this idea came from. And I watched you, I don't know how many times now over the last year or so I've been watching you, and I love what you do with your different kinds of meditations and your little chants. I love them. They're just absolutely adorable. And they resonate. This is the thing. And it doesn't take an hour. It doesn't take, you can do it in anywhere from 10 minutes to a half an hour if you want to. And I found some amazing people, including you, and we cover everything from meditations to different breathing practices to the advantages of something as deep as transcendental meditation. Whew, that's a mouthful. And then I have a couple of people that deal specifically with body work, and and in that, in and of itself, while it's not an actual meditation, if you play with it a little bit more, it can be a meditation, and so I got a couple amazing people, and a couple of people that were just, some people have been at it for, 20, 30 years or more, and myself, I've been at it for about 5, and I've only been on Facebook 2 or 3 years talking about breathing, because that was my savior, breathing. I think that was the thing that connected me the most to, my inside, to my calm inside. And that was something that came up on one of the conversations. Your calm is always in you. You just have to let it out, right?
Yes. I believe that, because we are that calm, we are that bliss, right? And it's true. We can, let it out, or just, be that, right? So we can be calm, and then we can be calm and let it ripple out into our life. Right? Yeah.
I love the way you said that, to be calm. And I remember the first time somebody told me to use, you need to just be for a little while. I'm like, what do you mean I'm being all the time. I'm being this, I'm being that, I'm being the, I was running the restaurant, I was doing this, I was doing that, blah, 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 blah. No, that's doing.
That is doing, yes.
Right? And it took forever for my little brain to comprehend the difference. And after a while, it started to click in. I'm like, oh, I got to start explaining this to people. This is so cool,
Right. I often say that, we are human beings, not human doings, and we got, it's so much nicer to be than to do all the time.
Yes, it is.
And we can change a lot in our lives by, thinking about or choosing how we want to be in the moment, especially, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, this was going to be quick, informative.
Yes.
We can talk forever, right? The two
Oh,
of us
that was
forever about
that,
breath and meditation.
oh, that was my hardest part with doing the interviews, talking to everybody. I got so enthralled with the conversations. I actually had to stop and check my clock and like, okay, I have to stop talking now. Because it leads into this and it leads into that and it leads into that. And some of the speakers like Roberto E. Suarez, his nickname is El Happy Coach. And he got into breath work, like most of us, quite by accident through a series of events in life. And it's for him, it's brought out his happiness, and this is what he's sharing with the world. And he has something called the 20 breath technique, which he gives us a couple different samples of. And then, you took us through a wonderful little example, which I absolutely adore. And then Chara Rodriguera, which is on Monday with you, she has a moving meditation, and it's very simple and it's very quick, but it shows you how to embrace yourself in the moment. And it was, she's just an absolute light in the storm. So, but all the speakers, Jennifer has an amazing meditation she takes us through. And oh, just for the record, when Jennifer starts her meditation, do not do anything else. My stars, I got lost in that meditation. I almost didn't come back. It was absolutely astounding. But yeah, so like everybody takes us through this little, whatever the way they present things, and it's every single one is experiential. You have to sit with it. Don't be driving, don't be cooking dinner, don't be playing with the kids. Just take that few minutes and sit there and try it, because it's until you try it, it's about the experience. It's about the experience. That's all I have to say.
Life is about, right? So I'm so so happy this summit is experiential, because that's how we really learn, right? It's through experiences. And so I'm looking forward to all the presentations. I have to get on each one and check it out. They're available 24 hours?
Yep, they start airing, and now I think I'm not 100% on the technology, but they start airing at about 10 a.m. your time, whatever your time zone is, and it runs for 24 hours. So you have 24 hours to watch both interviews. And then next week, I think it's the 23rd and the 24th, there's going to be a 48-hour replay of all of them. So whatever you happen to miss, you can always catch that day. So it's, lots of options.
It's nice to check it live and, right? Tap in on the energy when in that 24-hour window, right?
Right. And hit replay and watch them again, because there's so much. Even as I was watching the replays, there was so much information. It was like, oh, I gotta watch that again. That's crazy. And I'm the one that recorded it. I'm like, how did I miss that? So yeah, there's just so much information in each interview. It's absolutely astounding.
Great. Yeah. Awesome. So I will drop the link below, and wherever this is posted, hopefully there'll be a link right in the post or below the post in the comments. And contact us if you have any questions.
Yes.
And click on the link, register, and listen and watch what you can, right? As much as you can. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's, there's something for everybody. I'm sure somebody's going to find something that, if it makes you feel good inside when you're watching it, follow that lead. That's your body talking to you, and your body has volumes to say. Don't let the mind overrule. Let your body talk.
Yes. Yeah. Give this to yourself.
Exactly.
Right. You deserve it.
Yes, we all do. We all need a break.
That's why I'm saying to everybody, right?
Yes.
You deserve it. And
yes.
You do.
Yeah.
I do too, right? So we all deserve it.
Exactly.
And so because I try to meditate for as much as I can, right? During the day, right? So, to have these these interviews, what they're like 30, 40 minutes. Right?
There's one short one because like Sage Raider, he's on on Friday. He had a rather rough week, so I kept his interview to 30 minutes, but most of them are between 45 minutes and an hour. But that's what I mean. There's so much information in that short time that it's like, and the other side is like, it sounds like a lot because you're like 45 minutes, but it's by the time you get into the conversation, it goes by just like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Great. And so, have that, that period of experience during the day is wonderful. Great. You were talking earlier about, 10 minutes. Sometimes I tell people just 30 seconds. If you just close your eyes for 30 seconds and breathe for, even 10 seconds. I mean, whatever you can do consciously, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 minutes, an hour, you're going to benefit from whatever you do.
Yeah.
So don't let that get in your way.
Yes. Yeah. And, I always have the people are always saying, well, I don't have time. I'm sorry, you don't have a minute to spend on yourself in a whole 24-hour period. You can't find 1 minute for you? What?
Yeah, well, some people live their life that way, and it's exhausting.
It is. And that's why they're exhausted.
Right, because they don't, you don't have time to recharge your battery.
Yeah.
Meditation, tapping into that infinite source of vitality and energy, is a way to really recharge your battery and keep yourself going.
Yes.
But you have to experience it to know that and believe it, right? So, it's all about finding the kind of breath and meditation that works for you, and then to try to do it as often as you can during your day, or during your week,
Mm-hmm.
your month, whenever you can get back to it, so that you can recharge your battery.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Beautifully said. I love the way you said that.
Good. Awesome. Anything else you want to say, Joanne?
No, I just, what, give yourself the time. You're worth it. Everybody's worth it. And it's not what you traditionally think about breathing and meditation. It's different. And that was the whole point. There's so many different ways of doing it. And you're just going to find the one that works for you. And it's like, tying your shoes and learning to write. You didn't learn to do it on the first try, so keep trying. You're going to find what works.
Good point. Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. So I hope everybody registers, and again, be in touch if you have any questions.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, Joanne. I'm so glad you did this. It's such a gift to everybody.
Thank you. It was such a treat.
Awesome. So enjoy the treat. Awesome. Oh. I was going to almost end our meeting. I got to end the live stream. Here we go.
You're further ahead than I am with the techie part.
All right. So I can end the recording too.